Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Allison and I make cleaning and lifestyle videos, so make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss any new videos. Today I'm doing a product review. It's been a while since I've been on here. Life's just been kind of wild, so I've been a little behind, but I did want to do a review because I got a new vacuum. I finally got a new robotic vacuum. I had a couple in the past that I really loved and they eventually just wore out, and I had a lot of pets and things, so it just didn't make sense with messes and things to have a robotic vacuum, but I really do love them, so I'm finally at the point where I can have another robotic vacuum. So I did a lot of research into the one that I wanted, and I got a Shark AI robotic vacuum. I'll put the price over here, and I'm just going to kind of talk about it, show you some footage. As far as things that I love about my vacuum, it's really strong. So far, it's been outperforming my Dyson vacuum. It's pulling up a lot. The first time I ran it, there was just a huge glob of like dust and dirt that my Dyson had missed, so I was really impressed with how strong it is. I think it looks really stylish, and I like a lot of the features on the app, and I did want to show you a little bit of the app too. I'll kind of go over that.
So this is basically what the app looks like. You've got the robot, you can add another one. There's a history, schedule, map, you can support, whatnot. So if you click on the robot's name, it's going to give you some options to kind of control the robot. It has a map, it makes a map of your house. Now, it can only really do one floor. I wish it had an option for more floors because we have more than one floor, but that's what it looks like. It tells you what action that it's doing right now, if it's charging, if it's completed a mission. You can like look through the mission reports, which is cool here. Okay. You can just kind of slide through them and see different angles of how it's cleaned. You can see the floor plan looks different on every map, but it tells you how many square feet it cleaned, how long it ran for. You can kind of get out of there, and how much charge it is. Charging, it seems to do a pretty good job. It charges pretty quickly. I like that. So after that, you can look at the history. If you want to look at the history, it tells you how many days it's cleaned. Because I've had this for a little over about a week or so. You can schedule the cleans if you want it cleaned at a certain time of the day. I haven't done that just because I like to select my own times. So, map. I mean, it's pretty simple. You do have to do an exploratory map the first time you get it, so it learns the layout of your house. And you can adjust the setting quite a bit. And you can see different room labels. You can also do a spot clean where it just selects like an area. If I want it just to clean like my kitchen or something, I can select there. And it has 3 options for speed as well.
So that's the basics of how the app works. It's pretty simple, and I think anybody that used an app could figure out the app pretty quickly. But I've been liking it. I like that I can be like out doing something and be like, oh, you know what, I needed to clean my floors, and hit a button when I'm at the store. And then I know it's just being taken care of. I don't have to think about it. It's just handled. It's just basically taken an entire chore off of my plate. And my son's trying to peek into the video. Want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi, okay. Yeah, okay, thanks. So anyways, so as far as price goes, it's kind of a mid-priced vacuum. You know, it's not a cheap vacuum. It was like, I think I paid $300 for the one that I got. But as far as price goes, I think it's an average price for a robotic vacuum.
I just said robot vacuum.
Oh, thank you. Okay, thanks for that input. Okay, I'm gonna sit him down here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna talk. Okay. Okay, so I think it's an average price. You can get really expensive ones that have like mops and do all kinds of things, but I just wanted a simple model. This did have one feature I paid an extra like $100 for. Extra $100 for one feature, which is that feature is that it self-empties, which I thought was so cool because my other ones I would like chase them around the house and have to constantly empty the bins because the bins are really small. So this, every 30 minutes, it drives back to its bin, it sucks the dirt back up into a thing, and you only have to empty that like every 60 days or 30 days, I forget. I think the one I got is every 60 days. But it empties you have to empty it every 60 days, and I'll show you that bin. In fact, maybe let's go show the vacuum how to empty the vacuum bin. You want to help? So it's really easy to empty the bin, so I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to walk over right now. Here. Yeah, so this is the bin. My son loves playing with it. I kind of wish there was a trail lock on it. But there's just a button right here that you hit. That pops this off, and this just slides out. And then, can you show that? So this is the bottom here. You pop this, and then the bottom comes out, and you can just empty that into the trash. So it is really easy to empty. I mean, my toddler's doing it right now. He's 3, and he could do it, so it's very easy. Now, if you hear that sound in the background, that is the vacuum. I have it running right now. I was hoping to show it like emptying during a run. But I will say it's a very loud vacuum. That's one of the things I do not like about it, is it makes a lot of noise. And when it actually sucks up into the filter, it is super, super loud. It sounds like an airplane taking off. So when it tries to self-empty, if you do not want a loud vacuum, this is not the vacuum for you because it's very noisy. So just be prepared if you're getting this one. It has a lot of sound to it. But I'll show you the base a little bit better. Oh, actually, the vacuum's coming over to the base, I think. So I'm going to show you that. So when it's ready to come back, it's going to drive itself over. So here it is. So right now it's going back to the dock. It's finding its dock. It does this every 30 minutes when it's cleaning. It'll find it's where it needs to go. This is kind of in the bad spot, but leave it there. Leave it there. So it turns itself around and kind of backs in, and then you're going to hear how loud this is when it sucks itself up. There it goes. Now it's quite a bit quieter as it's backing up, so it's not running. And you can see here, it's got a symbol when it's charging. This little lightning bolt comes on, and then it lets you know here if it's charging. There it goes. So see, that was very loud. That's the self-empty. Over here, I like that there's a clear thing so you can see how much dirt is in the bin. It does make little musical sounds. You can turn the volume up or down on those, so if like the noises are bothering you, it's kind of a optional thing because you can turn down the volume. A button that says for clean, when you can hit that when you just want to clean or go back to the dock. Those are really the main buttons you're going to use. You do most things through the app. The app was kind of a pain to download. I had to fight with it. I looked online, a lot of people have had issues with the app, so you might have to struggle with it a bit, but I did get it working eventually. I just wanted to pop in real quick a week or two later and just add a couple little updates on things because I've had some more time to use the vacuum and kind of just go over a few more features on it. So the vacuum does talk. It has like an actual human voice. I think it's kind of cool. It tells you what the air is if there's a problem. It does tend to get its little dustbin in the back full of dirt, and I'll try to show you, but there's a little dustbin and you have to clean it out a lot. And it might just be because I have a small child, so there's little toys and things that get stuck in there a lot. But if there's a lot of dust and debris, it tends to just clump up in there, so you do have to clean that out probably every day or two to get any extra dirt or debris that's stuck in there. So that's one of the errors that it gets. If it's close to a ledge or it can't go forward, it'll talk and tell you. I do think it's cool. Now, it came with a female voice. I kind of wish I could choose like male or female, or I don't know. You can choose their accent and language, but I do wish you had a little bit more voice options with it, but it is a nice feature. And the other thing too, I wanted to just mention that there's actually a thing in the bottom that pops open, and you can use that to clean it out. I just wanted to show this little compartment here. And this is just the compartment that you can open. There's just two little latches. You pull this up, and this whole compartment comes out. It's really easy to do. And you can take the brush out and clean out, and stuff gets stuck in there, so that's just another option. And it just snaps back down in really easily. Well, if the brush is in the right position, it does. Okay, there. And the instructions do say that there's filters, but they're not washable. You do have to replace those every so often, which is not great. I'd really rather have washable filters, but I know it's a price to pay for, you know, a little bit more of a expensive vacuum. You might have to buy filters every so often to keep it running. But I've been really, really happy with it. It's been doing a great job. I think it's got a good battery life. I like a lot of the features about it. But I'll just real quick show you the dustbin, and then we'll go back to the rest of the video. Because I used this to spend like 30 minutes to an hour a day vacuuming my house, and it was still dirty because there's just a lot of people that come in and out of my house, and animals and things. So keeping up with the dirt was hard. So this has just been a very, very nice improvement in my life. I do wish this little container that it goes into was a little bit more stylish. It looks a little bit clunky, and I think pretty much any of the robot vacuums that have those, they all kind of look the same. They're not very stylish yet, but it's a fairly new feature, so maybe they'll improve in the future. And I think I would rather have like a different color vacuum, but these just come in black, or some robot vacuums come in white, but I would love if they had like blue or pink vacuums in the future, but I think I'm just thinking hopefully. I like the self-empty feature. It's really cool. I think that's just a great improvement. I like how easy it makes life. The price, it could be, obviously it could be better. I really, in my head, I think vacuum should be like $200 or less, but I know I'm paying a premium because it's a robot and it does all these cool things and I don't have to do the work. So I'm also interested that it's an AI because it means, to me, in my mind, I'm thinking maybe in the future they might have new features that they develop through the AI. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be anything new in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing what that's got to be. I think as far as a rating, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I think the only thing really holding me back is the sound level. If there was a way to make it more quiet, then I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5. But a 4 out of 5 is pretty good for me. I'm kind of critical on things. So I'm pretty critical on this kind of stuff, so I think a 4 out of 5 is pretty good for a vacuum. I've been really happy with it, but I will update you if I notice any changes in the comments. I'll let you know if I don't like it in the future. But yeah, and if you have one of these, let me know. I'd like to hear your opinion on these. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm glad you're here. I hope you all have a beautiful day.